Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Hope you are doing well. And I have been working on this date and time and details on this upcoming workshop. Remember, I promised after Thanksgiving, before Christmas, I will do this workshop on wellness, more of holistic wellness. It's kind of takes into account where you are. It helps you to evaluate it with some tools. I'm going to give it to you and really understand some more like some educational, some of the um, kind of insights into your own wellness. And that's all in the morning part. Like it's going to be this Saturday, 12/7/2024 from 10 o'clock in the morning, my time, 10 Central Time, to 3 p.m. Central Time. 1 hour in between for taking a break, lunch, and all that. Okay. So 10 to 12, we'll have the morning session wherein we will have some evaluation assessment of your current health and current wellness. You will do it by yourself with the aid of the tools I'm going to provide them to you. And then we kind of meet in the afternoon from 1 to 3, another 2 hours. And these 2 hours are dedicated to really address your personal concerns and personal questions for your wellness journey. So you may be in the journey quite ahead. That's good. If you are not, if you want to start, if you want to really make it comprehensive rather than just you know respond only when you need that kind of thing, right? So we will do that. So that is going to be this Saturday, 12/7, from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And we have developed a landing page for that where you sign up, and then immediately after the sign up, you will get the Zoom link, and then you through the Zoom or through the chat box and all that, I can give you forms that you could print out and fill it or fill it online, whatever. And then from this course, you can figure out where the areas you really want to improve. And then we can suggest ways or guide you towards my wellness club where you can get all of that after being a member. So this is a kind of question of helping people through this workshop and also through my wellness club. So basically it is about what is your journey on the holistic wellness to live longer, joyous, and really live well, for a longer time. And what are the things that we could do by combining the modern medicine, modern scientific medicine, and also ancient wisdom, right? So that's what I am doing. So I'm telling you guys also, it's not something outside that. And also, how are you physically? How is your strength? How is your aerobic capacity? How much you can exercise, how much you can walk, and all that. Also, how strong is your gait and balance, and how uh, energetic do you feel, or do you get tired easily? All those things will be there. And once you are physically strong and healthy, then we're going to see how are you energy wise? How are you mental status wise? How are you emotional wise? How are you spiritual? So we're going to explore holistic perspective of the wellness and see where you are, and from there where you can go, how you can advance slowly, and also how we can help you on this journey. So that's what the workshop is about. And um, the people who sign up probably will get the forms, will get the assessment tools and all that. And when you produce them, you will have a clear picture about yourself. The goals of the whole workshop is to really help people to assess where they are and also assess the tools that they have, assess what is the way forward, what I'm going to do, what I want to do, and all that. So that kind of commitment, that kind of understanding will help you be proactively well. So you are doing do some things. It could be just a plan a different diet, or it could be understand what is optimal exercise for your age and build and all that, and what is the safe exercise, and also how can you really um, resolve mental issues by really seeking for the help you need, or by understanding your mind and getting into practices of you know awareness, I call it. Other people got a mindfulness, and then how you can improve your memory and your projections, and how you can be using more of that energy rather than just thinking just like that, or being a prey for all the information that's coming at you. Okay, so it doesn't really work out unless you participate actively. If you participate actively in evaluating yourself, in really getting your own solutions understood, and then bring them into practice. But while you're practicing, seek guidance from experts so that you can bring their knowledge into your own wellness plan. Okay, it's a very ambitious thing, I know, but then most of the people will be happy that they have participated, and they have a good idea about who they are, and they also have the tool that they can use on an ongoing basis that can tell you where you are improving or where you are not improving, where you should seek guidance or expert help, and where you should be doing by yourself with the family's help and all that. Okay. Uh, all in all, after this workshop, you will be on the journey for the holistic wellness, slowly, steadily, for sure. Okay, mostly with the non-invasive measures. Okay, and nothing is given to you, or nothing is restricted from you. If you are taking medications from your doctor, fine, take them. But then follow the lifestyle changes that are suggested, and then down the line, you will find yourself working with your doctor. You can cut down on the medications. Okay. So I am hoping that this will really touch people's inner core, and they will be really helping themselves a little bit more, which we are all trying to do on this app. All the new vibe coaches and everybody, they're doing different things in different ways, which is good. I also come and contribute to them whenever I can, add a little bit. So, uh, but this is like an effort on my part to bring people into proactive mode about doing some things with their wellness. First step is to really assess themselves. Where am I? What am I doing? What is going on? Instead of getting into the storm, look at the reason for the storm and prevent it to happen. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do, and I have prepared a lot of things today. I made a landing page, and I made a forms, and I kind of put in the tools that I want them to use, and a lot of preparation was done today. So I think you will enjoy them. You know. So any questions? Ask me. I'll be happy to answer. Or if you ask me any particular way you want me to bring in more information on different aspects of wellness, I'll be happy to do it. But I'm going to do general sections on nutrition, that too vital nutrition, and see where you are at, what you are doing. And then you can consult the nutritionist too and prepare your own meal plans and all that. A lot of information is being given here by several coaches. So I do come on those coaches and talk to them. But you may have information already, and then put it together. Okay, um, but it's more like a being a generalist first and knowing overall where is my wellness. What do you mean by holistic wellness? How does it look? How do I feel whether I have it or not? If I have it, how do I do to maintain that for a longer time? Or if I don't have it, how do I get into it? What are the health practices that are contrary to what supposed to be? That kind of thing. So there's a, sorry about that. There was a phone call. So understanding your own status of wellness, understanding where you're going with your current measures, that's a good start for a lot of people. If they're already on that wellness journey and then they're consulting other experts, very good. But it's a question of perspective, comparing with what is going on and being reinforced in those things that you are doing and then following up. All in all, this is for people who really want to understand what is holistic wellness and how do I know whether I'm in it or not? How do I encourage habits that can enhance it? And more importantly, how do I cut down the habits that are really not taking me to the wellness path, but more like a illness path? Okay, so if people can identify their path and where they are, uh, experts will be knowing about themselves mostly, but they will help you with going into the deeper aspects of it. But this is like a general, overall, you look at your physical body, mental body, emotional body, and spiritual body, and all that. Okay, putting it all together, you being a human being, you are not only humor, like a humora, like the elements that built up the physical body and the brain, and also the thoughts and the emotions and the spirit within you. All those things are addressed in this workshop, and hopefully that will take a deeper look at each person by himself, and then not being panicking for that or really getting depressed because you're overweight or you're underweight or you are mentally very miserable. All those things are there, but you can start somewhere, right? And this is going to be more of empowering yourself. You understand? It's not about giving the solution right away, but it's about strengthening you from within so that you can really face the challenges of the life, including the physical health, mental health, emotional health, and then really have the tools to get you over that and then really lead the life in a joyous way, in a complete way, in a independent way. Then you will not be manipulated by people who really don't want you to go to the roots of your illnesses. For example, you are going to a doctor and that doctor is treating you for diabetes, treating you for high blood pressure, treating you for heart disease, so many things, right? Then you not only continue those things that they are giving you, but want to know more about it, how to cut down the medications or how to eliminate medications or how to really understand that you want to reverse this as much as possible and make it not to go to complications where the complications can take away your job or your just for life or just for doing things and all that. Okay, so that can happen, right? A lot of people I see, they kind of depend on the medications only and then they don't do other things. Even in the hospital, in the rehab, that's what happens lots of times. Okay, so understand that whole process and take responsibility for yourself and use the tools like this and then come out ahead. I think that's what you should. We take our car to the gas and also oil change and all that. Like that, we have to understand our own human physiological and mental, emotional organism and treat it such a way that is running very smoothly so that we can enjoy life, we can enjoy the relationships we have and all that for a long time. And that is very possible. Okay. You just have to know what's happening in the modern front, what is happening with the genome, what's happening with the metabolic health, what's happening with the molecular health, what's happening with quantum mechanics, and all that. And also, you have to understand where human beings have evolved in their wisdom way back, and how we continue to neglect at our own peril. But if you understand them and apply those principles in your life, you'll be much better off. Okay, that's my effort. That's what I wanted to do, and I've dedicated to that to help people live a long, happy, and also a really joyful life, not just existing on medications. Medications are okay, you can keep them, but then you can have problem of interactions within several medications. So if you can improve your lifestyles, that includes your thinking, that includes how you feel spiritually and all that, right? So those areas I'll cover from the ancient wisdom. I learned a lot from the ancient writings, ancient sayings, and all that. The practices afterwards really resulted in quiet mind, very serene, calm body also, and full of energy. Right? That's one thing I can offer you. I am full of energy till the late night, and when I sleep, also I sleep completely well. When I get up, full of energy. Right? That doesn't go, and I kind of understood what is called ever renewing energy while working. That's the blessing thing. So you are working, you are joyful, you are energetic, and then you will be really contributing to the productivity of the place. And you really feel good because your job is relieving the human suffering, right? That's my job, right? Either in the hospital or here, that's my job. And luckily, I don't have to go to the hospital that much because I sold my clinic and all that. But now I am kind of more online with people from different countries too. So maybe a few, but then it's a really wonderful experience to be at home, be on the Zoom, and help people far away, right? So I think that's very uh, privilege and lucky thing for me, and I welcome that, and I'm very much grateful for that. Okay, so any questions on this workshop? But it's very simple thing though. On Saturday, 4 hours, 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the evening, in between 1 hour lunch, and then you uh, going to get some forms, get some assessments, and all that. You can use them then, right there, but then you can take home and then do it leisurely too. So I think that would be more appropriate. You understanding what the questions, what they're asking, and all that for your sake, not to publish anything, but you can always ask for, I'm doing this particular thing for my back pain. Do you have any other solutions we can go into that? Suppose you have a dental problem, you can go through what is the yogic way of maintaining teeth. See, for myself, I'm 70-year-old. I have all the full set of teeth and working very well. And I only go dental once in a while for cleaning. No cavities, no problem of gingivitis, anything like that. So there is a way to understand what is the massaging the gums of the teeth. What is the way of keeping the food particles between the teeth? How to do that? How do you eat certain foods, and how do you use rinsing as a good? That kind of thing. I can from head to toe, from hair to face to neck to the teeth or eyes, any of these, there are routines that you can do, and they can make it as a part of your exercise routine. Then it becomes much easier. The other day, I showed somebody about all the eyes, how you can preserve the eyesight longer, and how you can have the complete clarity of the vision, and also the sharpness of vision, all that you can maintain. And also you can be free of many of the conjunctivitis or so iridis, like so many things are that happen to our eyes because we are exposed to the smoke and all that, terrorism and all that. How you can help yourself? Suppose you are a farmer, you are a coal miner, or somebody working. How can you preserve your eyesight for longer time? Okay, that kind of. So there's so much of wisdom in the ancients about your physical body and your mental body, your emotional body, your all that, so I kind of understood them, and then basically remember only one thing: natural. What is the natural thing is get up in the morning and be up and do all of the activities, and come down sunset, you retire, and then you kind of retire all through the day. Okay, so so it is a question of understanding that and then doing all that. Okay, hopefully this will achieve the aim that I am aiming for. I hope people will make use of this and then get some workup going. Well, maybe you're already advanced. You can tell me about that too. Or if you are really needing some kind of insight into your own condition, then this will help you a lot. So you will examine your way of eating, nutrition, exercise, and how you sleep, and how you maintain your mind, both thoughts and emotions. So most of the people think they are their thoughts. Most of the people think they are their bodies. So if they are kind of teenagers, especially if they are a little overweight or little, they imagine also, they look at a skeleton like body and they think they are fat too still. So there's all psychological, right? We see that too. And what is that leads to it? What is the family contribute to it? What is the culture is contributing to it? All those things, if you examine, then you can help the teenager to come out of that illusion, right? That's a tremendous suffering for them. They don't really understand what is life, and they get focused on one fragment of life, and then they make themselves miserable. Okay, human life is very precious. Human life has the capacity to be well for a long time and in joyful state, and really understand the universal truths much better than any other animals, and live according to the universal principles, right? So we're going to explore all that, and in that workshop, you are listening to me on different topics, but this is really focused on wellness. How do we understand that we are on the journey to wellness or we are not? And also, what are the ways to be on the journey? What are the ways to get the optimum out of that? Okay, that is what I'm going to help people with. Okay, so relax and come and sit down and enjoy the flow of the workshop, and you can send me questions ahead of time or after we are done or during the conference, and it will be more like an informal but really intimate meeting on Zoom, and then you can come and participate joyfully. Okay, I hope that happens, right? So come and tell me, what do you think about this? Anybody? So many people are here that I know that have questions, obviously, and they must be wondering what is so different about this than what we are doing. Uh, it's more like a comprehensive nature of it. It's kind of taking the look at not a reductionist way, but also holistic way. That's going to be the difference. Okay, I'm sure the ancient holistic way, not everybody knows about it. It's something that you want to really look at and then learn from it. Listen, this is from a allopathy trained physician. My job is to give prescriptions, diagnose all. excellent diagnostic tools we have. I have nothing against that. It's the only thing is, why do we have to use so many medications and then make people dependent on medications and also subjective to interactions, side effects, and all that, And also, more importantly, you lose the natural intelligence of the body in every organ and other the moment you kind of chemicalize the whole system. Okay, there is a role for the chemical, there is a role for the drugs and all that, but then destroying everything else is not really important, appreciated, at least by me. I want to be natural and then use medications when I'm out of that nature and then bring it back to balance, right? So there's nothing wrong with that. But then if the doctors themselves they think only the pills are answer, then the patients are at their mercy. So what I am here saying is, why don't you take your health into your hands? Be proactive, challenge, question, research, and then you will find answers for yourself. So that's the way you want to see the holistic health. But if you just confine to the um modern clinics, modern hospitals, that is only confined to the medications lots of times. That's why the chronic diseases are so bad. Acute care, we are surgery wise, infection wise, a lot of that we are very good, no doubt about it. But then it's like I try to prevent a heart attack ever happening, and then they want to respond only after you have a heart attack. So I'm trying to keep you away from having the heart attack. Okay, so that's very important service, I think. And in this, it's not like a one lesson applies to everybody, right? So you have to have the patience, you have to have the energy to tell people you can also be like this. Then you will be healthy for a long time and healthy in joyful mode, not in miserable mode. Okay, some people survive this is in the wheelchair, they cannot do anything else, and then they go on doing the same drugs and everything in the nursing home, and then they die. So, is that really needed, or can we change the paradigm a little bit? See, at least the people who are growing up now, who are willing, they can understand these principles, and then they can have a longer life. Okay, so that's about it. And if you have any questions, come up. Otherwise, I will be hanging up in a minute or two. So uh, it's already 29 minutes. I am here. One more minute will be fine. Okay. But if you have questions, I will stay another 15 minutes or so for you to do. Anybody? You are not interested in homework. You are not interested in assuming responsibility for your wellness, and you want somebody else to determine, they will determine. Okay, but I'm not saying just do it just out of just whim or something. Educate yourself, research it, question it, find out, and then put some time into it. Okay, then you will be happy that you have done that. Okay, all right. So if you are all satisfied, I'll see you later, and thank you for joining me.